All right. Let's see. Woo! Take a little sip of the magic juice. For those who think this is an illegal beverage, I need y'all to relax. This is what we call Trader Joe's strawberry lemonade. You dig? But yo,
Bro, that's like the least gangster shit ever. The fuck?
the guy ain't no gangster. I'm gonna fuck like that. Yo,
How many gangsters you know that shop at Trader Joe's, bro?
a lot actually.
Oh, for real? It's like that?
It's like that. Fuck you mean?
The real G's know.
Gangsters can shop for nice things too.
Alright,
Gangsters want fresh produce as well. What you talking about, bro?
it's about that quality.
I'm
of
not
life, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not a gangster though. Anyway, yo, what up though, people, good people? It's your boy Eddie King, and I got my boy Young Sags, the realest on this beat. You know what I'm talking about? Let them know who you are, my boy.
Man, it's your boy Young Sags, the realest, man. You already know who it is.
Yeah, they already know who it is, bro.
You already know.
Dog, we are episode 7.
7.
Crazy. But we still got a lot more to go. But in the meantime, like, bro, we're gonna start this thing off right. Yo, how you been, bro?
Bro, man, I mean, these days, like, I have trouble answering that question. Should I be honest? Should I be, put on a smile and be like, everything's going great,
Yeah, everything's all peachy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But let's be real, bro. I mean, and this is kind of maybe foreshadowing of the episode, but, it's going. You know what I mean? It's all right. It could be better, but we out here. We living, you know what I mean? We surviving, so.
Oh, yeah. We, I feel that, bro. And that's the word, survive. Like, crazy times that we're in right now, man. And I feel like, a whole bunch of bullshit has happened. Like, I think I mentioned this in the last episode on the tail end a little bit. If y'all check that out, like, we just felt like it was only right that we took the time to talk about what's going on in our country. And, the recent events that took place with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and everybody else who lost their lives, bro. Like, it's just like, we're so tired of it. We're so tired of hearing about, our own getting put down like animals out here. You know what I'm saying? And enough is enough. I can speak personally. Like, it's just one of those things where you just don't know the next day if you're really gonna make it, and you can almost try to blanket that in a statement of that's how everyone feels. No, not everyone is being hunted. Like we are. And when I say we, I mean Black people, I mean African Americans, I mean all of that, people quote unquote of color,
right,
bro. Even to a certain extent, you, bro, like, bro,
yeah,
like at the end of the day, if you're not a white male or female in this country, you don't have privilege.
Facts.
You don't have privilege. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. And the best that we can do, right, is, with our platform, is we want to be able to spread the awareness. We want to be able to be vocal about what's going on. Let it be known that we don't tolerate any of it. And instead of just, we're talking right now, we want to make sure that we tell our viewers and we tell anyone who's tuning into this right now that you can make a difference. Silence right now is not an option.
No.
It's not an option. Like
it's the same as, complicitness, right? You're okay with it, right? At this point, like, if you're not speaking, I mean, and look, I'll say it from my perspective, right? And that's all I have, right? Is my own perspective. I can only offer my own opinion on this, right? But
Absolutely.
I don't want to speak for other people or or even my people, right? But I mean, the way I see it is, it's gotten so difficult for people of color in this country.
Yeah.
Not that it always hasn't been. It's just that now it's kind of come to a point where we really should do something about it. We can't just sit there and be quiet, because, well, I mean, what's the point, right? Why do you want to just sit there and be quiet when you can actually make change?
Absolutely.
You can be on the right side of history, and not many people in our lifetime could say that, right? I mean, you're in a very unique point in time where you can make a difference.
Oh yeah.
Just by doing something that's bigger than you, right?
Yeah. Way
And
bigger than you. You know what I mean? It's putting this current situation, even past situations, on the map, letting it be known that this is an ongoing issue in this country that has been so underlined for so long. And the specific issue that I'm talking about is racism, right? Which then just creates systemic racism, where it just comes from way back. It's just the whole basic principle of being hated on because of the color of your skin. We still experience that in 2020, guys. This is something that's not gone. And this is something that clearly the recent murders of the people that I mentioned earlier, and plus even more people now, like, this is an ongoing thing that you would think in 2020 that we've gotten past it. We haven't.
No.
And like you said, Sagar, the worst thing that we can do is just be silent. So again, we want to be sure that we're able to use our platform, right, to let it be known that this is an ongoing thing, and that when I say we, I believe anyone who's watching this is a decent human being. You know what I mean? And wants the best for other people. I would hope so, right? But I want us to be able to actually do something about it. Find ways that we can help. Find ways that you can be vocal and put forth the action in order to really fight this issue, because it's not going to go away overnight. It's going to be an ongoing battle. It's a war.
Right.
It's a war. So go ahead. You about to say something, my boy?
Yeah, man. I mean, and look, like, if you're not about that, bro, like, I'm not gonna feel some type of way if you just stop listening right now. If you don't ever listen to me again, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's not the type of people I want to listen to my shit anyway.
1000.
Right. So if you ain't about that life, fuck it. You know what I mean? It's cool. We'll agree to disagree.
That's cool. Right. That's cool.
Cool with me.
But you know, hey man, one thing I will say, if you are willing to educate yourself, if you don't know all the answers, and bro, we don't know all the answers. You know what I mean?
We got the answers, right?
We don't. We
don't have the answers, Sway.
We don't have the answers, but at the same time, like, we're still willing to do something, to still put forth the effort, and to still figure out ways that we can be productive in this battle. So that's what we're choosing to do right now as a start, right?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, like, bro, just recent things like police reform, the fund the police movement. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, look, and defund the police is just kind of a bad title, right? It doesn't really get the point across. I think, we really want to just jump to extremes when it comes to stuff like this. We just want to be like, okay, here's what we need to do. We just got to, like, shut it down completely, right? But I don't think that's what anybody's saying. I don't think that's what anybody wants. I don't think that's what anybody really wants to happen, right? Is that we don't want to just defund the police, because then you don't have any police, you don't have any protection, right? So what it comes down to is just what it really means is that, if you don't know, is what it really means is that you want to cut the funding. You want to lower the amount of funding that they get, because if you look at the numbers, it's disproportionate. They're getting a crazy amount of money for doing what? You know what I mean? It's not even covering their salaries. It's just, for all this bullshit that they don't really need.
Oh yeah.
Tanks and fucking grenade launchers. What the fuck does the police need tanks for?
Yeah, like, bro, we're not trying to go to martial law out here.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
And
that ain't what it is. This is not what us being in the U.S. is all about. Having your citizens under those kind of circumstances. You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
and really, all that really does is make your citizens fear, right?
Yeah.
It makes, and I understand that a lot of this is a power structure. I understand that a lot of this is about, wanting to implant fear in people and make them think that, think twice before they do something.
Word.
But has that really stopped people from actually committing acts of terrorism in our country? Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we still see how many school shootings happen all the time. How many times have we had how many in the past couple of years have you heard about like school shootings and fucking, bomb threats and shit? And just stuff like this that has become so common now. I thought all this was supposed to prevent that. What happened?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. So I think defund the police just means really cut the funding.
It is.
Cut the fat, right?
That's what it
Use
is.
that money for good shit. Use that money for something that's useful.
Yeah, bro. Right. Like that's exactly what it is. But here's the thing. That name or that slogan, right? Defund the police. It's supposed to generate conversation like this.
Right.
It's supposed to do that. It's supposed to make, like, of course, such a blatant thing like defund the police. People are going to feel ruffled up. It's going to make people feel uncomfortable right out the gate, just like you said earlier, my boy. They thinking, oh, cut all the spending. That's not what we said. Mm-hmm. Did we say all the spending? Did we say that?
No.
We're talking about it needs to be more balanced. Or you need to balance it out. Like you look in Dallas County alone, like you look at Dallas alone, and just how much of the spending that our tax dollars goes towards police. But we're over here like not too long ago, bro, like I was protesting with, my lady and, other people, you know what I'm saying? Like we was protesting in a city where so much of the bread goes towards the police. And we're over here protesting against them? Like, bro, why is my money going towards these cats who are not doing what their due diligence as police?
I mean, they're law enforcement, right? They're supposed to enforce the law.
They're supposed to enforce the law.
That's the whole point, right?
We're not supposed to kill our own out here.
I mean, even in the protests, we was talking about it yesterday. What happened, bro? Like, who got his eye put out by a fucking rubber bullet?
Bro, the homie got his eye put out.
The fuck?
By the rubber bullet. A rubber bullet that is not supposed to be fatal. These are non-fatal weapons.
And what was he doing? What was he doing aiming at his head in the first place?
We know a little something about that. But I'm gonna keep it real coy. I'm not gonna say too much. I will say that bro, as much as they try to throw the non-fatal weapon at you, we know what them things do. Y'all gotta have some sort of power, right? You gotta instill a little bit of fear in those who try to go against the power, right? That's why we got songs like Fight the Power. We're gonna get into all that later. But I'm just saying, we know what it is at the end of the day. And yeah, like, come on, bro. Now is not the time to, and I hate to say this, it's such a cliche, but to be asleep.
Right.
It's not the time to be asleep. Wake your ass up. Wake the fuck up.
And that's the thing, right? Like, waking up is one thing. I think a lot of people claim to know what's going on. They claim to understand what's happening and all that stuff. But I mean, you have to put action to your words too, right? Oh yeah. Talk is cheap, right? That's what they say, right? That's a cliche. So, again, another cliche: put your money where your mouth is. Do something, right? And I mean, look, I'll be honest. I'll be 100. I haven't really been protesting or anything like that. Don't have the time for it. It's not really my thing. But I mean, if I can spend my money wisely and spend it towards something that's actually impacting these things and like having some kind of benefit, and yeah, I'm doing that. You know what I mean? I'm all about that. I mean, what am I going to do right now anyway?
Bro,
what I have money to spend on.
That's that's out here that don't do anything. I'm not saying you have to be on the front lines.
No.
Right? There are so many other ways that you can be productive in this, right? Whether it's militarily, whether you're on the front lines, whether it's something even as simple as like, even like just giving water or food to protesters then going away. Like just something, bro. And there are so many different resources online or just wherever where you can find a way to be productive. Getting your ass to vote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, like, don't get me wrong. I've had my times where I'm like, why should I even vote? All that shit, right? But bro, like, you need to take advantage each and every way that you can to, like, you have power, bro. And that's just one of your great powers as a citizen. You can vote, you can make a change in your local government and all that shit. Like, you can do that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all about, like, it's all about what you can control, what you can't control.
Yeah.
So, and the thing is, if you don't even try, then you don't even know. You have no fucking point of reference or anything of what you can do and what you can't do.
Right.
And, and one thing that really kind of just bugs me about this whole thing is the whole narrative of like, oh, well, if Black lives matter, I mean, all lives matter, right? And it's like, I mean, it's not about that, right?
It's about that, bro.
Like, yes, all lives do matter, right? We know that. Everyone knows that, right? Yeah. But right now, Black people are the ones that are hurting, right?
Straight up.
They're the ones that we need to stand up for right now. So even if you're not a person of color, that's what you got to do. Like, if you're trying to support, that's how you show support. The all lives matter thing is just, I mean, why are you making it about you? It's not about you. Right? And we'll get to that, right? You gotta crawl before you run. So focus on this situation at hand first, and then we'll worry about the other shit, right?
100, bro. And again, guys, we already know that we not experts or anything like that, bro. But again, we just doing what we can, right? We have to put light on this. It's only right, bro. It's only right.
It's only right.
It's only right, man. It's only right. But bro, like, one of my favorite things that has come out of this uprising that we got going on right now is my boy Dave Chappelle came through with a fire 27-minute special on an event that took 8 minutes and 46 seconds to happen. If you don't know by now, I suggest you do your little Googles. You know what I'm talking about? We're not going to get into all that. We already talked about it. You know what I'm saying? But,
go watch that. Come back to this.
Go watch that and come back to this. We're not going to talk too much about it. We don't want to spoil it for y'all. But just know that that's what makes Dave Chappelle one of the GOATs. Like, the fact that, first of all, he wasn't even trying to be funny. I will tell y'all this if y'all haven't seen it. He straight up told y'all, like, hey, can I just talk to y'all for a little? Can I just talk? Candid conversation. It was definitely, it really shows you who he is as a person, how much he really cares about, his people. You know what I'm saying? Like, he opened up a lot in those 27 minutes. He cracked some jokes here and there. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. He did crack some jokes. I mean, he one of the greatest comedians. It's only right he say, a couple things here, jabs here and there. Candace Owens, we talking about your ass. Yo, stank, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
We talking about her, bro.
I'm sorry, who we talking about?
I don't even know. I don't even want to acknowledge her, bro.
Nah, we not finna do that. We not finna do that. But,
You're trying to put that out there.
Nah. But you know, hey, y'all really like her. Y'all should go watch the Dave Chappelle.
We'll go watch it. Yeah.
He has some very nice things to say about her. You might like what he has to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know, that's the thing. Like what you said earlier about him, he's a comedian, right? And this man just went up on stage, set up this whole event, and all with social distancing and everything. Don't forget that's still going on, by the way.
Oh yeah, sure.
He had all that shit set out perfectly, right? He had it all like as well as you can, you know, with the situation that we're in. But he went out and actually did this little special, and I mean, he said it himself. Like, if you're not funny, at least be interesting. And for those 27 minutes, man, I was captivated. He actually, you know, kept my attention. You just didn't want to stop watching.
Nah.
I mean, sure, like it wasn't funny as you would expect him to be, but it's about the content. It's about what he was saying and how much truth there was, and how, you know, it really just came from a place of honesty and his heart.
Yeah.
And that's why I think something that everybody should watch.
It's easily, in terms of, now we talk about legacies for him, like his specials that he's done. You know, of course, people have the favorites like Killing Him Softly and all that stuff, right? But his most important special to date is easily this one. I can say that with 100% confidence. He definitely contributed a lot just by spending those 27 minutes where he could have been cracking nothing but jokes the entire time, but no, he spoke the truth of America and what it is to be a black man in this country. You know what I'm saying? So for that, Dave Chappelle, you get the ultimate salute. You know what I'm saying, from the King's table. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
Yo, I gotta mention one more thing.
Please, bro. Floor is yours.
One of my own, Hassan Minhaj, another comedian.
Oh, I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about.
Man, I can't believe he did this, but yo, he sat down with Keith Ellison, the man in charge of prosecuting the 4 officers that murdered George Floyd. I want to emphasize that. And man, he sat down and had like a 30-minute conversation with this man. And look, I mean, there's not a lot he could have said. There's not a lot, I mean, legally, that he's not allowed to say. So he kept his distance, but there's a lot of truth of, you know, what he did say. And yeah, there's comedy here and there. There's a little bit of, you know, childish humor here and there, but hey, he's a comedian. What's he gonna do? That's another thing that I think a lot of people should watch. If you haven't already, go out and watch it.
Where can they check it out?
YouTube, man. Just Google it. Hassan Minhaj, right? Keith Ellison. There you go.
Yeah.
First thing that comes up.
No, straight up. Bro, so much dope content has come out of this, man. There's one thing that has been flourishing during this time. It's the content. And man, like, in terms of what needs to be done during these times, like, what would you say? I think we already touched on this, but
I mean, yeah, you know, to really just drive it home, I think, at least start having conversations, at least start doing something, get up, you know, at your couch or whatever, at your house, and you know, even if you can't, bro, like, go online, do something that's productive, do something that's helpful. You know, look up these causes. I'll put some links down in the description and shit. Like, you know, you can always check that out. We can do that now, by the way. You know.
Yeah, we'll definitely get that done after this, but we'll make sure to leave some links for y'all in the description below of where y'all can donate, and, you know, just different links to
it's good causes and, like, you know, things that
causes, all of that.
Yeah, and I mean, ultimately, man, vote. It's pretty simple. Like, it sucks. Nobody wants to do it, but hey, I mean, I like you was one of those people who thought, like, fuck, what the hell is the point? You know?
What's the voting? All of that shit.
But man, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting older. I don't know what it is. I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let me go check out this voting shit, bro.
Yeah,
let me see what this is about.
we ain't trying to preach to y'all, bro, but it's just like, you know, the worst thing you can do is be silent. So whatever you can do to not be silent, to put forward, whether it's money, whether it's your words, you know what I mean, or actions, something, bro. Just it does make a difference when you do put forth some, you know, some sort of action, some sort of effort, and being able to actually follow through on that instead of just talking about it, do something about it. You know?
Yeah. And you know, like, again, like, not to harp on the same thing, but it's like, if people have the mentality that, hey, what is my voice gonna do? What am I gonna do just by myself? You have to remember the fact that you're not the only one, and there are thousands of people, millions of people who are actually on your side. And whatever you decide to contribute, however you decide to do it, it's a collective voice that's going on at the end of the day. It's a speakerphone, it's a megaphone that's gonna amplify, right? It just gets louder and louder with the more people that get involved.
Man, so, you know, one thing that I don't want to happen.
What's that?
Like, unfortunately, the way that it works in today's society is that things are very like for the moment. Right? It's very trendy. Like, now you're hearing things like, now it's in to be black. Now it's in to be conscious of all of that Juneteenth. Yeah, we get it. Like, bro, like, do y'all not know? Like, it's always been in to be black. You know what I mean? It's always been in to love ourselves and to love what we have going on. You know what I mean? Our culture has always been relevant. So it's not anything about this just being a moment, bro. It's a matter of now y'all just getting hip to it. Unfortunately, it takes the death of George Floyd and all these other people that we name for that to be understood. So it's that's kind of frustrating, you know, to be honest, my boy. But you know, again, I'm hopeful that change will happen. This is the most uprising that we've seen in our lifetime.
Agreed.
You know, like, I can't tell y'all a couple of years ago that I participated in like Floyd protests. Like, no, and that's just me being honest with myself. I didn't do that, but this time around, I did that and more, and I'm starting to notice some traction. You know what I mean? And I just hope this is something where we can keep it going. We have to keep talking about it. It has to be something that doesn't go away, and it's not for the moment.
100% agree.
Yeah.
But like you said, man, a lot of, you know, good content, right? And I don't know about you, but you know, I've been listening to a lot of like different type of music, you know, these days, very relevant music.
Okay.
It's kind of been like the soundtrack of the rebellion type shit, you know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that term, bro. I wonder where you got that from.
You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, like what you been listening to, man? Like, it's like for this type of stuff. Like, I mean, right now you kind of in a mood, so you know
on some real shit, my nigga. Like I just had to go like in my library and just kind of see what I already had in there. You know what I mean? Prior to all this shit even happening, bro.
Go in your bag, bro.
Certain like Pimp Butterfly, bro. Like, that's just like the soundtrack. It's a classic. You know what I mean? Like, even when this uprising wasn't even going on, like, that was something that I still bumped at least once a month.
Right.
You know what I mean? And to be honest, if it wasn't the whole album, it was still bits and pieces. You know what I mean? Because it is a lengthy album. We're talking about a minute 17, minute 18, something like that. But either way, I've been on that. I've been on, bro, what y'all gotta go fuck with is some throwback shit. Like, I'm talking about like The Predator by Ice Cube, bro. I'm talking about shit like that.
Yeah.
Get on that album, bro. Shout out to Ice Cube, the legend. You know what I mean? Like, one of the OGs, man, when it comes to having a voice, like using your platform to have a voice and to really like push forth, you know, what's going on in the forward, you know, the right agenda. I don't want to just say the black agenda, the right agenda. Like it needs to be known that there's motherfuckers who we pay our tax dollars to who are not doing their job, and we gotta hold them accountable. We gotta hold them accountable, bro. So Ice Cube, the Predator, has also been on rotation. Joey Badass, you know what I'm saying? That All-American Badass.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that album back when it came out in 2017, like it was hot for like a week, and then Damn came out by Kendrick, and then it kind of got casted away after Damn came out. But that's an album that I feel like people need to go back and give his flowers. Really listen to it. You know, he ain't preaching, but he's definitely talking that talk. You know what I'm saying? So,
agreed. I mean, it's a good time. It's a good album to like really just kind of like reflect, right? And
yeah,
and you know, and that's the thing. Like, you know, we went from like old school stuff like Ice Cube and like NWA and all that stuff, and
we kind of hopscotching right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of going.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
But that's. I mean, it's cool, like, cause Joey does have that kind of sound, right? So, like, you know what I mean? It is a little bit old school. It is a little bit new school. So,
yeah,
no qualms against that at all.
Middle child.
Right. You know what I mean?
yeah, definitely a middle child kind of type shit. You know what I mean? I know your boy has also been in rotation. That This Is America.
That's like heavy rotation. Even like you said, even without, you know, the current situation.
Yeah,
that was just something that everybody felt, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that's, you know, that song kind of just, you know, catapulted his popularity in a certain way.
Yeah,
and not that was the intent, but like, you know, there's a lot of truth to it, and that's why it really has become like an anthem.
Oh yeah,
of this whole thing, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know what else is an anthem right now?
What's that, bro?
Fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah. That's another anthem for your ass too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still fuck Donald Trump. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like, especially this year, you know.
Especially this year.
Like, bro, get your asses out there and get that carrot out of here, bro.
Bro.
Get that out of here.
That fucking toupee, whatever the fuck that headpiece is, bro. God.
You know what he is. You know what he is. You know what he is. He's this.
But the regular
out here, man.
With the regular version.
With the regular version. You know what I mean, though. That's him when he's mad at China.
He ain't even no flavor. He got no flavor, bro. God damn.
Yeah, you right. He ain't got no flavor.
You know what I'm saying?
He damn right ain't got no flavor. Damn. You're giving him too much credit right now.
Yeah. Hey, you know another one, another banger.
What?
Black Panther album.
Oh yes, like
you know
I think this has already been scribed in the law of bangers, right? Now I'll bump the Black Panther album at least once a year. I give you once a year.
I mean, yeah.
But this time, I need you to have that shit on rotation. What joints from there specifically are you bumping? You don't mind me asking. Like,
let's see. Definitely.
Vibe, bro.
What's that?
The whole thing is a vibe.
Exactly. I mean, you know, I'm in a mood for like a different type of song all the time, but with me, I'm more one of those people. I don't really have like a rotation like that, but every now and then I'll revisit albums, right? And this is one of them. But anytime, like, you know, any like Pray For Me comes on, or like, you know, King's Dead, you know what I mean? Like that's always just gets me going. That's a never skip for me. Like even if it comes up in the shuffle, like I'm the shuffle god with my iTunes, bro. So, you know, if it comes up in the shuffle, I ain't skipping that at all. you can never ever forget that, bro. That was the best fucking part of the song.
Shit was in the grin.
And hey, J-Rock did his thing on that song. J-Rock don't get enough credit.
He don't, bro. Speaking of J-Rock, man. So I guess, man, fuck it. Let's talk about the song right now. That Lockdown with Anderson .Paak.
Okay. Yeah.
You seen the video?
In the video, man. That was a It was a very interesting video, very powerful video.
J-Rock spazzed in that video. Like the verse that he spat.
Yeah.
Like you got to go back and listen to it, bro. Like
definitely, yeah. I mean, I feel like I probably heard it twice.
That's real.
But yeah, you're right. I gotta go back. You know, I gotta go back and listen to it.
But man, if I were to get in like some other joints that I think people can listen to, that can, like you said earlier, you know, that soundtrack to the rebellion type shit.
Yeah.
If people really want to listen to some shit, I would recommend, of course, I think T.I. back in 2015, 2016, one of the two, he came out with an album called Us or Else, Letter to the System, that is still relevant today. We Got It From Here, Thank You For Your Service by a Tribe Called Quest. Y'all can check that out too.
Another classic.
I got
Feel
Brave. Go ahead.
I had another one too. It was shout out to P, man. She put me onto this. Birth of a Nation album. What's that?
Talked about this, yeah.
Yeah. So it was it was one of those like soundtrack inspired by the movie type joints.
Yeah.
And man, I hadn't heard it before. I mean, I don't know why it kind of slipped, but
yeah.
But I'm so glad like she mentioned it and like, you know, went back and listened to it. I spent the whole day. It's like 16 tracks, something like that. Like it's, you know, a little long, but you know, it's got a little bit of everything, bro. Like we talking Gucci Mane, we talking Nas, you know what I mean? You got 2 Chainz, you got Lil Wayne, like all these people on the same, Vic Mensa, all on the same.
Baby.
Yeah, The Game, you know what I'm saying? So
shout out to The Game, you know what I'm saying?
And yeah, man, I mean, there's a bunch of tracks on here that are just like,
yeah,
it's weird. It don't sound like, you know, what you think like when you think of this type of album, but you can just listen to it whenever. You don't have to listen to it like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
So that's another one that's like,
okay.
That's okay.
Damn, bro, it's just so much. It's just so much shit that has been out for the longest time, and now I think more than ever, you know, shit needs to start, you know, getting like these bodies of work need to get more flowers, and they need to get more runtime, more streams, whatever it is.
Great.
Just take the time to really bump, you know, these projects, because these artists really, in our opinion, hit the nail on the head on what exactly it is we've been saying all these years, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that it's relevant now, right? These older bodies of work are relevant now more than ever, just goes to show you that we still got a lot of work to do. And the fight is not won yet. It's not done yet. And we got to continue fighting. We got to continue doing our parts as decent people. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely.
Bro, I forgot to mention one more. Nobody's Smiling by Common. That's one that it's really relevant today. You know what I'm saying? That whole album by Common, bro. So check that one out too, my good people. But
Common don't get enough credit.
Man.
Shout out to Common.
Shout out to Common. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that man. You know what I mean?
Our very own.
Yeah. Nah, shout out to Common, bro. Okay, so what do we think about artists that are not being like vocal right now? You know what I mean? Like, you know, people, in case y'all don't know, like, I'm wearing the For Your Eyes Only right now, so right here. I know y'all can see that.
There you go.
Yeah, so if you know what that is, that's one of Cole's projects that he put out back in 2016. You know, and Cole caught flack before he put out, you know, the songs Snow on a Bluff just last week. But even then, he caught flack after he put it out too. But what do you think about certain artists that are not necessarily being on social media and talking about what they're doing? You know, I can already tell you what I think, but I want to hear from you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, I don't think all artists have to have an opinion or have to have the, you know, voice their opinion too. Like,
yeah,
a lot of these people are doing stuff behind the scenes that we don't really hear about, and they're not trying to, you know, put it out there like that.
Yeah.
Right. You know, people like Jay-Z, people like, you know, who are just even guys like, you know, Kanye, you know, people we don't really hear about like are doing stuff like that, but they are.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes. And like, you know, I don't know if you saw like the little thing recently that came out. I don't know if it's true, it's a rumor, obviously, but you know how the whole thing about Kanye going to the White House was it was all just kind of a play
I saw that.
to get people out of, you know what I mean? Get people out of jail and shit. So, you know, I mean, you know, no, but at the same time, like if it is true, like, hey, genius, you know what I mean? Like what else can you expect? It's Kanye. So, you know what I mean? It does sound like a very Kanye thing, but at the same time it doesn't. So I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think I think you hit the nail right on the head, bro. Like I feel like just because your favorite artist is not on social media does not mean that there's not actions being made. You know what I mean? Like this is a war, right? Why would I tell you all my plans in the middle of a war? I'm just gonna go do that shit. So the battles can be won, and overall we can win the war, right? So yeah, like for people giving Kendrick flack, shame on y'all, man. Yeah. Do y'all not understand what this man has already done for us and I'm pretty sure what he's still doing for us now? Like, homie doesn't have to say anything. Like, we know there's just certain people who have such an impeccable track record where for y'all to try to cancel him for not saying anything on Twitter, for not tweeting or for not,
bro.
Like, fuck out of here.
It's bullshit. It's disrespectful. It's downright disrespectful.
Yeah.
These people like are out here just like to for you to think that the only way they can contribute is through their art. It's just disrespectful to me.
It is.
Right. Like why is that the only way they can actually show their support and actually do something?
That's like shut up and dribble.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's the same shit. It's like shut up and dribble. Same shit.
What are you trying to say? Oh, shut up and sing? Like fuck that, bro. Shut up and rap. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What are you talking about, bro?
It's bullshit. It's cat, bro. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's that in the box mentality that I don't fuck with. Like, yeah, bro, just because I'm known for making music doesn't mean that's all I'm gonna do during these times, bro. Like, or just put out music. Like, there are so many other things that I can be doing. Yeah, I don't have to be on social media, you know, for that to be known. Like, I'd rather the effects of whatever it is that I do be felt.
You talk about Cole, right? Getting bullshit for putting out some song. But wasn't he out there like in the protest a while ago when it happened the first time? Back in like 16, 17? I remember seeing, you know, fucking pictures and videos of him out there. What was y'all doing then? Right? And now you want to give him shit because you don't really fuck with whatever he put out? Like, well, fuck you, dude. What you doing? You know what I mean?
Bro. Yeah, it's
whack.
See, that one is a little funny because now we get into the conversation of him addressing the tone of how, you know, a black woman should express their disdain for, you know, like this situation, right? Or basically when someone who is well informed about what's going on kind of carries themselves as like, oh, y'all don't know shit, you know what I mean? Or it's kind of like, bro, y'all are interpreting this wrong. Homie is dissing himself, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't even dissing
in a way.
Like the artist is No Name. If y'all haven't heard of No Name, like she's a very dope artist. You know, very spoken word driven in her music, but yeah, no, she's very clever. Like she's a very dope artist, and she definitely, you know, people like to deem her radical and all that shit, but I think it's progressive if you ask me. And people are saying that Cole is talking about her tone. It's like, nah, dimwit. Like there's this.
He said dimwit.
Dimwit. Like no, man. Like y'all really need to like.
Okay, Joe Biden.
A little bit more open-minded. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel what I'm saying, please come at me. Come at me. I'm gonna leave my tags for y'all in the description below. I'm gonna leave my
all the smoke
description below. I will look at my DMs. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
We can have this conversation. But anyway, either way, I just feel like at the end of the day, like as an artist, just kind of to bring everything to full circle. I think at the end of the day, an artist, of course, we have our responsibility to be able to paint a picture of what's going on in our current setting and time, right?
Right.
Reflect the times, word to mean. Yeah, that's our responsibility, but there are so many other things that the artist can do aside from just creating art. Like, there are so many other ways for them to be productive and to do something during these times, and I don't think people should necessarily be shitting on them for wanting to do that. And plus, they're people too. We're people too. We have personal lives that we have to get through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, come on, bro. I'm pretty sure those artists, especially the ones that we talked about who have a great track record, or I'm not gonna doubt that they're not doing anything. Like,
it's foolish to even think that.
It's foolish to even think that. It is. But you know, hey man, that's all I gotta say on that, bro. You got any other words on that topic?
I mean, yeah. I mean, what else is there to be said, really? I mean, you know, I feel like we might just be giving people too much of a hard time just because they're celebrities. But
yeah.
Like I said before, you know, change starts from within. Change starts from within your community.
Word.
So, fuck, man. If you feel some type of way, go out there and do something, and you know, show them like what you're about, right?
Yeah.
If you're really about that life.
About that life, for real, man. We trying to get into one of the legends retiring. I think it is
a little bit, you know.
Yeah. We got to talk about it, man. And I'm gonna be real with you. Now that man Vince Carter, was a bad man. He was a bad man in the league. You know what I'm saying? He honestly, bro, I don't think anyone else knows this. Maybe a couple of my friends that I grew up with. Vince Carter used to be my favorite basketball player. When I was like real
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. Now you know.
He used to be my favorite basketball player when I first started even watching basketball around 5 or 6. You know what I mean? And I only liked the Raptors because Vince Carter was the one that was dunking on fools with dunk stat, and my little 6 or 7 year old mind were like,
what is this?
What is this? Like the windmill, between the legs, like,
oh my god, the honey dip,
bro. What?
My
you
god,
know about the honey dip, my boy?
Never again. Like, who did that shit again?
Yo.
God, this guy bodied the dunk contest so hard.
Yeah.
My god.
Bro, like he revolutionized the
dunk
contest and just the dunk period.
The dunk period. Fuck, he made that rim.
Seen that dunk over. I don't even remember what country homeboy was from, but like shit like that, bro. Like,
yeah, embarrassing people, just straight embarrassing people.
Embarrassing.
Posterizing, right?
Yeah. Man, dude was so durable. Like he has to be one of the players who has lasted the longest in the league,
bro.
By far,
man.
By far.
Y'all ain't seen that meme where they show Vince Carter in video games from when, like, old ass NBA video games we played
NBA
on.
Live, man. NBA Live.
Yeah, man. I'm talking PlayStation 1 type shit. Right?
Retro.
And now, like, this man looked like a blockhead, bro. He looked so stupid. He couldn't even tell it was Vince Carter. And then now you look at him, it's actually like, yo, the rendering, all the technology went, you know, and like it glowed up this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he actually looked like Vince Carter. It's crazy how long this man's career has been because that much has taken place.
The legend that is Vince Carter, man.
Yeah. Thank you for a great career. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you, man. And please, like, enjoy your retirement. I'm sure we will see you on ESPN or something, bro. Because
gotta get him a ring, man. Gotta give him some kind of
man. Well,
that's
first
one
of all,
thing.
He's easily he's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like,
100% agree with that.
100%. Doesn't matter that he doesn't have a ring. If Charles Barkley can get a ring, I mean, Hall of Famer, goddammit.
Oh, bro. Man, you didn't have to say it like that, though.
I mean, Charles Barkley a legend, but
you know what I'm saying?
let's not get into this terrible discussion here.
Yeah,
like this, man. Carter, man, we love you, man. Enjoy your retirement, man, and I'm sure we'll see you on Sports Center or ESPN, NBA.
I don't even care. I'll go watch highlights if I have to. I will. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man's immortalized in basketball history,
bro.
Already,
you will always see him in a top 10 dunk compilation. You will always see Vince Carter.
If he's not in a top 10 dunk contest, like
it's trash.
Compilation, man,
it's trash.
Your whole list,
it's not validated. It's trash.
Yo,
trash. Throwing those compilations that don't have Vince Carter, that's me throwing them in the trash, bro. It's trash. Straight up.
Oh man.
But yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to that man.
Yo, back to music though.
Back to music.
What you been listening to, my guy?
Man, I feel like I already answered this question. But
I'm talking about recent stuff. I'm talking about like the new stuff. What do you think about the new shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this whole thing has caused, like you said, a lot of creators to come out of the woodwork and, you know, do their own thing, get in their bag a little bit.
Yeah, word.
I know I've been listening to some of this new shit.
Oh man.
We talk about Anderson .Paak, right? That was the first one.
Anderson .Paak, that lockdown, like I mentioned earlier.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? Also, I'm on that boy Buddy. I've been listening to a lot of Buddy.
Buddy's nice.
Specifically, I got that Black and Black Part 2 in my playlist. You know what I'm talking about? We gotta make sure that Black on Black. You know what I'm talking about? If you heard the song, you know what we talking about. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
If you know, you know. You know, I got that man on there. Also, I think this is me and my girls. One of our favorite songs right now is Trey Songz. Something out that
Trigger Trey.
Trigger Trey got some shit.
Yo.
Hey. Got some shit.
He got some shit.
Hey. He got some shit. Let me tell y'all right now, that 2020 riots, y'all gotta check that joint out by Trigger Trey. He's doing his due diligence out here. And instead of just trying to serenade the ladies, you know what I'm talking about, he's over here giving us good soundtrack to the rebellion type shit. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
Shout out to Trigger Trey. Bro, this new Black project that came out.
Hey.
Not 6 Lack. We're talking about
Black.
Say the name right. I got a homie named AJ, bro. He's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Black fan that I know. And you gotta say the name right.
6 Lack, right?
No, say the name right. It's Black.
Put some respect.
Come on, bro. Put some respect on that man's name. Black. You know what I'm saying? For that Zone 6.
Yo, that 6.
East Atlanta shit.
Hot. That 6 is hot.
You got the 6 Feet Hot EP. Y'all need to go check that out. Now
ATL Freestyle.
Yeah. Oh, ATL Freestyle. Float. All of that. Bro. My boy Wale actually came through with some hot shit too. That The Imperfect Storm.
That's right.
It's definitely a timely project, and he actually does a good job capturing the time in a cool 18 minutes. If you have 18 minutes to spare, bless your ears real quick and listen to that project. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a nice, digestible plate of good content for you to feast upon. So get on that project, man. Bro, Her has a beautiful song called I Can't Breathe.
Yeah.
Very beautiful song. I ain't gonna lie to you. I heard that song thanks to shout out to the Needle Drop.
Oh.
The Melon. That boy Fantano, man.
Anthony Fantano.
I'm saying that name wrong, but you know what I mean. Either way, man, shouts out to him and his channel. I got put onto that song because of him. Now, his Meek Mill song, "The Other Side of America."
Yo.
Talk about a banger.
Oddly enough, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the biggest, like, Meek Mill fan, but, like, every now and then, he puts out some, like, you know what I'm saying? He puts out that heat.
He puts out some...
Exactly.
You know, just... Like, you don't even have... We just... Like, it's one of those songs where you hear it, you do... And you just keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you're
like,
all right, then.
all right, we're going to keep it moving like that.
But it makes you kind of, like, shook a little bit. You kind of like, oh,
yeah,
oh, it's like that.
It's like that. yeah. Nah,
every now and then he'll hit you with that.
He do, and he definitely did a great job this time around with that song. Very dope song, banger. Lil Baby, it's another cat who's been really heating up the bigger picture. I fuck with that record heavy.
And call back to the 6-piece hot joint that Know My Rights, right?
Oh yeah.
That shit.
Yeah, bro. You know what's funny? I actually read a piece on Hip Hop DX this morning about a little bit just behind the whole marketing that he's doing for this project, right? Like he's partnering up with like this wing franchise in Atlanta to kind of roll out the project, and you know he's doing something with Black businesses too, partnering up with them to be able to like spread that awareness of giving your dollars to Black business. So
man, don't turn that shit off.
Damn, I got to, man. Got people dinging and all that type of shit. Man, low key, I'm gonna put that thing on mute. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, you good, bro.
Yeah. But either way, just what Black got going on is really dope. Just bringing, enlightening people to Black business and how important that is. So,
support Black businesses, y'all. Seriously.
For sure. Black restaurants too. All of that, like, it's important. And then, of course, we talking about that Tiana Taylor album too that came out.
Oh, the album?
The album.
The album?
The album.
Oh, okay.
The album. If y'all don't know what the album is, I need to Google that. It's a very dope project. It's pretty lengthy. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's pretty lengthy, but it's a very dope listen, and it definitely has some songs that are very timely. My favorite song, I'm gonna be real with y'all. My favorite song is the very last one with Lauryn Hill, Miss Lauryn Hill, the legend.
Dang. Okay.
The legend. Okay. So definitely got that in there. But fam, y'all really want to hear what I've been listening to? Me, the avid rap listener that I am.
Yes, sir.
Fam, Freddie Gibbs. That Alfredo.
Another mention on the podcast. Freddie Gibbs.
Bro, Freddie Gibbs. Y'all shouldn't be surprised by now.
Y'all sleeping on Freddie Gibbs.
Yo, when I tell y'all right now, this man has my favorite project this year so far. We in June, right? It's about to be July.
About to be July. Yeah.
So we already half.
Halfway there.
Like we already halfway done with this shit a year. You know what I'm talking about? Like that Alfredo. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Sometimes I'm a little iffy on Alfredo. Like not the product, just the food. You know what I'm talking about? But this shit made me love Alfredo, bro. Fuck it. Made me love it even more. I was starting up to it for years, but this shit right here, that 1985 on there, it's fire. He got a song called Baby Shit. He got a song called Baby Shit and Skinny Suge, which are fire. The joint with called Frank Lucas, he got Benny the Butcher on there doing what he does.
Okay.
Benny the Butcher kind of double dipped in that verse. If you haven't heard it yet, you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you heard it, you know what I'm talking about. Homie he killed it, and then he took a little breather. He let the beat breathe for a little bit, then he killed it again.
Damn, okay.
Yeah. So check that out. And then also something to rap about with Tyler, the Creator. Check that shit out. That boy Tyler, Tyler creator, the Goblin kind of went in.
Igor,
yeah, that Tyler. Yeah, you need to go check him out. Yeah, support Black Lives. He would say some shit like that. Don't even play me.
Yeah, he a troll, man. You're right.
He a troll, bro.
That's real talk right there.
It's just how I talk. Yeah. Anyway, he murdered. He murdered his verse, and then of course, the boss was on that joint too. Not that same joint, but on a different joint called.
Okay.
Scotty Beam. That's the name of the song. He murdered that song. So shout out to Freddie Gibbs, man. He just also signed a deal with I think Warner Brothers. It's more of a partnership. Let me get that right. Partnership. So yeah. Shout out to that
man. Fan, man. That's dope.
Yeah. What about you, bro? What you been listening to?
Yo, man, a lot of the same, really. A lot of the stuff we just talked about, kind of reflective stuff, introspective stuff, and then some of the new stuff like Black and all that, and Lil Baby kind of doing his thing these days. So it's kind of surprised me a little bit. I didn't really expect that side of Lil Baby. Yeah. And the baby, like, you got to break up the monotony a little bit. Every now and then you kind of got to switch it up. At least I do. I don't like listening to the same stuff all the time. So
yeah, I feel you, bro.
Just like
you can get one after a while. It's kind of like, all right, bro.
And then you just kind of like, sometimes you just don't want that on your mind either. Just take your mind off it a little bit. Not to lose sight of the end goal, but it's like you got to breathe, right? So
just breathe.
Yeah, I mean, you call me a bitch, bro.
The shoe fits.
Oh, okay. I
see. Nah, never, bro. Never, man, never.
I'm about to end this whole man's career, bro. I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Look, bro. Like, you gotta hit a little, bro.
Oh shit, no. Oh fuck. Nah.
Relax, bro. Relax, bro.
Hey, but yeah, man, that Rockstar by the Baby,
okay.
Got Roddy Ricch on that joint.
For sure.
It took a while for me. That whole project, but a couple songs on there just took a while, and then like after, I don't know, maybe like a month, I want to say, like it just kind of grew on me, and I started fucking with it. So
okay.
Blame It on the Baby. Go check that out.
Okay.
And another lesser known guy, Amine, man.
Yeah, been dope.
I mean, this dude was a double XL freshman, right?
Right.
And I feel like he didn't really take off, like, not to say everyone on the cover does, but
yeah.
He was one of the nicer ones out of that whole group, I feel like. So I've been fucking with him since like the Caroline days. So, he got a couple of joints here and there.
Yeah. If y'all know the joint, you know the joint.
Yeah, a little bad thing,
Caroline.
Hey, but he put out this joint called Riri.
Fire.
And I feel like it's funny. Every year he kind of puts out a new joint that's just kind of like the one of the songs, quintessential songs of the summer, I feel like. So
So it's like he's like quietly has been doing that for some time now.
Exactly, and like he's kind of like on this type of like incline, you know what I mean? So he's slow and steady, but I feel like he's getting there,
He's being very smart by not just dropping the project like that. He's kind of letting it build up.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of his style. And then he might put out a little project here and there, like after a couple months or whatever. So, and then the other one I've been listening to is I just listened to it a couple of days ago. It was like when I first heard it, but Rich Brian, man, talk about progression as an artist, like from the whole Rich Chigga thing, and then you know what I'm saying, like completely flipped the script on everybody.
You changed that name, bro.
Hey, and rightfully so, because I feel like what he's done as Rich Brian has been a lot better, and like just you know, you could tell this kid fucking from Indonesia of all places, and hadn't even really spoken English, and fucking just learned it off the internet. Isn't that the most millennial shit you ever heard, bro? Fucking, you know,
mad Generation Z.
Is and hey,
yeah,
I feel that. You know what I mean? English isn't my first language neither, so and rapping, can't even think about it. I couldn't even try. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan, but hey, don't put me on a mic, bro. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk about it, but you know, hey, yeah, but no, that joint Bali, it's pretty dope, man. Go check out the video too. He did that with Guap Dad 4000, and
Guap Dad is dope, man.
Back-to-back shout outs, you know what I'm saying? In 2 episodes.
No, hey, on the cool, bro. Like, if there was one artist that I would love to collaborate with, it would be him.
Yo, and he might actually just take you up on that. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those type of guys.
Apparently, homie is a Pokemon fan too.
Hell yeah.
Like the boys, so you know that's dope right there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, okay, all right, man, bro. Those are some dope choices, man. People, y'all definitely need to check them out. You know.
Sure.
Damn. So I think we pretty much already talked about who people should check out.
Yeah.
If anything, I think it's about time we kind of bring this to a close, man. It's that unfortunate time. I hate doing that.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? But man, I think this was a pretty necessary episode that we had today.
Yeah.
What do we have going on next? Well, y'all just gonna have to tune in, really. You know, keep on tuning in and seeing what we got going for y'all, man. We got some dope content really coming y'all's way in the near future. But of course, we can't
rubbing their hands, you know what I'm saying?
Rubbing your hands like Birdman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? we got things for y'all, man. But y'all just gotta tune in, and of course, please, like, you know, get involved with us. You can follow us on all socials. You can, of course, subscribe if you haven't subscribed on the YouTube channel. You know, do that. Also, you can follow me on IG, Eddy DTX, EDDY DTX. You know what I'm talking about. And you can also follow my boy Sagar, Young Sags the realest.
Yes, sir.
Sagar Patel, SAGARPATEL 14 on Instagram. And bro, you got anything else you want to add in this?
Hey man, just, you know what I'm saying, go like, go comment. We want to hear from y'all.
Absolutely.
Subscribe, you know what I'm saying, share if you care, you know what I mean, if you about that life.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, you know what I'm saying, just do what you can. Like I said, don't feel like you're alone in this, you know.
Not.
Be on the right side of history. I implore you to do so.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, just holla at us, bro. This has been fun. We like doing this for y'all. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like.
Yep.
We love feedback. You know, holla at us.
Please. We tell y'all every episode, man. Holla at us, bro. Like, at the end of the day, like, we just like y'all, man. We just want to be able to use our platform to spread what's going on. Let it be known that this is going on. It really is mentally. It really affects us mentally, and it can be very exhausting. So if you just feel like you just need to go away and just walk around and just take a break from all this shit, close your phone, do all that shit, like, please go do that, because all these topics that we've talked about can be very mentally exhausting to deal with.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, it's something that needs to be talked about, and we can all do our part, you know? So, 100%. Fam, with that being said, we out this thing, man. Please like, comment, subscribe, and y'all, we will catch y'all on the next one.